Okay, so although I'm not a massive fan of trends, I have seen this one pop up quite a few times, and I think it's really, really adaptable for all of us in our businesses. So I'm going to show you the one that I would love us to use as inspiration. It's not very long, but I feel like this is one that Christina will be great. Like Christina will have the stuff for this already. I feel like it's more LinkedIn-y. It feels a bit more LinkedIn-y. I don't know if that's the word. So we've got the who you think you're emailing, or who you think you're working with, or who you think you're hiring as the professional, maybe with a lovely professional picture or a branded picture or just a lovely picture of you, maybe even a clip of you if you have a nice clip that you want to use. So who they think they're working with versus who they're actually working with, maybe when you're at home or you're behind the computer or you're not being the same professional self, who they're actually working with. So it's that kind of Insta versus reality, like who you think you're working with versus who you are actually working with. So this is an easy one if you already have like a lovely picture of you that you'd like to use. It seems like the examples that I've had a little look at, they all seem very kind of corporate pictures or LinkedIn pictures or profile pictures. And then it sort of changes and gives you the opposite view of them doing something completely different, arguably unprofessional, on a night out, or, doing something completely unexpected as a contrast. So those are the two parts that we need. We need that kind of professional image or even video clip. So who you think you're working with, or who you think you're talking to when you email us, or who you think you're hiring versus who you're actually dealing with. And the other side of your personality that's maybe a little, I've written down unhinged, but it's your interpretation of what unprofessional or silly or the other side of the coin is. So I'm going to show you that one again. And then
I'm not sure whether to take offense to your first comment that you said that this would fit me perfectly.
I meant that you would have a gorgeous LinkedIn picture. The first one, that's what I meant. Here we go. So I've seen some really good examples of this one. Most of them talk about emailing, so it's like who they think they're emailing versus who they think they're who they're actually emailing. I'm going to show you the one that I've done. It's ever so slightly different, and mine is video, but let me scroll it back to the beginning. So I've put who you think is creating the videos versus who's actually creating the videos. Because when he gets hold of my phone, he will pretend to be a YouTuber. So I've got loads of little clips of him trying to talk to people as well. So I've done it like that. So who you think's creating your videos versus who's actually creating your videos, just to be a bit silly. And the whole point of this is that it's a silly one. It's not, you've got the professional and then you're showing the opposite. So you've got those two sides of it. So hopefully you've got a hook that you could use from that. You could use the one that they've used, who they think they're emailing versus who they're actually emailing, or you might be able to adapt it, who you think you're ordering from and who you're actually ordering from, or who you think is packing your orders versus who's actually packing your orders. Helen, that might be a bit more applicable to you. And then you just need two kind of visuals. So either an image or a video of the professional version and then the kind of less professional version. So you may have some of that stuff already on your phone. You might not. And so you might want to come up with a scenario that you're happy to share as the kind of unprofessional version. And you only need like a couple of seconds. So you could go and film that today, or you know, make a note to be able to film that this week so that you can put the two pieces of the reel together. How does that sound?
Yeah, is there a template, or is it just a case of just doing it ourselves?
There isn't a template, but the audio switches quite significantly between the first bit and the second bit. So you can just edit it down
Okay.
where the audio changes. And if you're only using 2 clips, it's not going to take you too long to kind of, you'll hear it in the audio where it switches.
Okay.
So I'll put, have you got that one that I shared, Christina, or should I copy it into the?
Yeah, it's on is it on Facebook?
Yeah, I'll put it in the chat just in case, and you can take the audio straight from that. So there isn't technically a template, but it only needs 2 parts. And I think it's quite, you can hear where the audio changes, where you can end the first one.
The one on Facebook doesn't have any sound on it.
Let me send you the original one.
I have no idea.